Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's May 17th, 2017, and we have more definitive proof of how professional sports are scripted, this time exposing Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals in the NBA. Today, May 17th, the Cleveland Cavaliers winning in Boston 117 to 104. If you watch my video from the beginning of the playoffs, I said why this would be the Eastern Conference Finals. If you watched my video from April 24th, which I have linked here in the blog post in the description, watch this video. I posted this April 24th. The video is about the Cavs, the Celtics, and the number 117, and what it has to do with this photo from the March 1st game between the Celtics and Cavs in Boston. In case you're new here, there's a language called gematria. It's related to Kabbalah, the Jewish mysticism that says God created the world with language when he merged the letter with the number. Anytime you see the mainstream media emphasize a phrase from ESPN to CNN to ABC, there is gematria behind that phrase. Gematria is a practice that's known to people in high places, including the people who control our media. In the language of gematria, LeBron's new nickname, which he earned last NBA Finals, winning on Father's Day, this year Game 7 scheduled for Father's Day, the Godfather, has gematria of 117. To start this NBA season, the Cavs won with 117 points. Do you recall this? The Cavs winning with 117 to start the NBA season this year. For that game, one of the storylines was Undertaker was in the audience. Undertaker equals 117. Last year in the NBA Finals, LeBron James got flack for wearing an Undertaker t-shirt the day after the Orlando shooting. But look at this. The Godfather 117, Undertaker 117, Ohio 117. The Cavs win in Ohio to start the season with the Undertaker in attendance, with LeBron James' new nickname as the Godfather. It gets better. This picture right here from March 1st in Boston with LeBron reading The Godfather, which was a storyline. Look at the no smoking sign in the background of this photo. If only this were a coincidence, truth seeker, no smoking equals 117. And with regards to Ohio, notice Golden State Warriors equals 117 as well. The star player of the Warriors, Steph Curry, born in the same hospital in Akron, Ohio, as LeBron James. More on that in a moment. The Godfather is a trilogy, and honestly, I don't remember what happens in the third film. If you want to research The Godfather, you might find out what the fate is of LeBron James in the trilogy that's about to happen in the NBA Finals between the Warriors and Cavs. Warriors and Cavs is about as much of a lock as you can get to right now. That movie, a trilogy, check this out. In gematria, trilogy sums to 666, just like the NBA Finals. Last year, LeBron James became the first player to go to 6 straight finals since '66. The last player, Bill Russell, who played for the Celtics. So check this out. 666 is the number of the beast from the 66th book of the Bible, Revelation. I want you to notice that the word mafia has gematria 47, the Godfather about mafia, like Ohio, like Akron, Ohio, where LeBron and Steph Curry are from, as well as Nate Thurmond, who had his number 42 retired with the Cavs and Warriors. He died last year in the offseason, 27 days after LeBron scored 27 in Game 7. He wore the number 42 for the Warriors and Cavs. Again, his number retired with both teams. That's why the Warriors have 42 on their uniform. Anyhow, Mafia 47, Ohio 47, Akron, Ohio 47, Beast 47. In Revelation, the beast rules for 42 months. LeBron James equals 42. In 2015, when the Cavs and Warriors played each other the second time that season, it was on February 26th. LeBron scored 42. And I said, that's your sign this year. This will be your NBA Finals. The Warriors and Cavs. Everyone told me I was wrong. I was right. That game where LeBron scored 42 in 2015 to the start of the NBA Finals was 98 days. The game went to overtime 98 to 98. National Basketball Association equals 98. So does Chosen. So does Chosen 1. They all sum to 98. LeBron has Chosen 1 on his back. Chosen 1 the small way also sums to 44. LeBron scored 44 in that game. But anyway, the Beast, the Cavs this year are in their 47th season. The Cavs in their 47th season. The Beast rules for 42 months in Revelation. The number of the Beast is 666. Number of the Beast equals 66. The verse about 666 begins, here is wisdom, 66. LeBron James equals 66. LeBron 66. The dawn, like Godfather, 66. The word King 66. Last year, LeBron won Game 7 on the real King James's birthday. Before the season began last year, I said why the Cavs would win, why they would break the drought for Cleveland, and why they'd beat the Warriors. You know, been pretty accurate here in the sports world. NBA, MLB, NFL, college, and elsewhere. Because it's all scripted by this code, and I've learned the code fairly well. With regards to LeBron being the first player since '66 to go to 6 straight finals, the last was Bill Russell, former Celtic. Again, name gematria 42 like LeBron. The Beast rules for 42 months. And check this out. I could show you one more. 42 months in reverse reduction, also 66. Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible. Notice the 147. That's also like here is wisdom, which is a special number to Freemasonry. But that's another topic. Read Revelation 13:18. It begins, here is wisdom. Talks about calculating 666, the number of the beast. So tonight's game, May 17th, here's what else I noticed. In the first half, the Cavs scored 61. Why is that interesting? Ohio equals 61. Finals equals 61. The word time also has 61. So 61 in the first half. The Celtics had 39 points. Today's date has 39 numerology. As for the starters of the Cavs, let's add it up. Love and James combined for 70 points. Thompson another 20, that's 90. Irving, 11 more, 101. 2 more from Smith, that's 103. 103 is the 27th prime number. Last year, the Cavs won Game 7 in their 103rd game of the season. LeBron scored 27. Nate Thurmond died 27 days later. So the Cavs starters, 103 points. Look at the Celtics starters. 21 plus 11, 32. Plus 17, 49. Plus 21, 70. They scored 33 less points than the Cavs. The Celtics starters, 33 less than the Cavs. Today, May 17th, the date of this game is the 137th day of the year. 137 is the 33rd prime. And 33, big number for both of these basketball clubs. Massachusetts equals 33. This is the home of Larry Bird. Bird 33, who wore 33. Cleveland, gematria of 33, just like LeBron, 33, just like James, 33, just like NBA Finals, 33. Think about how the Celtics have won 17, the Lakers 16, 17 plus 16, 33, Magic 33 like Bird. NBA, by the way, is 17, and Boston has won the most with 17. Just like in MLB, it's 27, and the Yankees have won 27. By the way, Boston, you'll be getting Fultz in the draft number 1. Fultz 85, like Boston, like basketball. Isaiah Thomas scored 53. UW Huskies 53. He did it for his sister China Thomas, 53, on what would have been her 23rd birthday. 23, 53. She died in Federal Way, 53. Her funeral in Tacoma. Again, Isaiah Thomas played for the UW Huskies, 53. If you take away the UW, Huskies is 29. In that game where he scored 53, he scored 29 in the fourth quarter, tying Nate Robinson, the former Husky who played for the Celtics. Two undersized men, former Huskies, with the scoring record for the Celtics. Think about it. Also, if you've never seen my work on the death of Len Bias, he died 213 days after his birthday for the '86 NBA Finals. Not a coincidence. Did you catch that Isaiah Thomas also scored 17 tonight? Ohio's the 17th state. The Cavs were the 17th team to join the NBA. Celtics 17 championships. Here we are in 2017. It's the 71st season of the NBA. The reflection of 17. Something else. Isaiah Thomas, her funeral, or China Thomas, her funeral was 17 days after she died. So, this is so interesting right here. Where did I put it at? I got to show you this. Right down here. This year, the Cavs went 3-1 against the Celtics in the regular season. They won 3, they lost 1. The only time they lost, the Celtics scored 103 points, just like the Cavs starter scored tonight. You see this? Isn't it amazing? And from that game, that's the same game where LeBron James has this photo in front of the no smoking sign with all the 117 coding in light of tonight's score. Look at this. From that game, March 1st to today, 78 days. 78 days. Like NBA Finals, like Cleveland. Last year, the Cavs, the first team to win a Game 7 on the road since 78, when the Washington Bullets did it in Seattle, Washington. On the 122nd meridian, the same meridian Oakland's on, Seattle and Oakland. Bill Russell lives up in Seattle now. Also, with regards to 78 in the NBA Finals, Genesis, the first book of the Bible, the first verse is Genesis 3:22. Look at the NBA Finals, 3:22. Isn't that interesting? It's all biblical. Remember, King James has a Bible named after him. Okay, so a few more things I'm thinking about. I think the final clue for who's going to win Game 7 between the Cavs and Warriors, which is sure to happen on Father's Day, I think it's in The Godfather. I think whatever happens to The Godfather at the end of that film foreshadows what's going to happen to LeBron in this series. But think about this as well. From Mother's Day to Father's Day this year is 35 days. King James in Gematria sums to 35. The Warriors got number 35, Kevin Durant. Right now they have the head coach, Mike Brown, who was born March 5th. He began coaching the Cavs and King James at age 35. It's definitely going to Game 7, this trilogy between the Cavs and Warriors. We got to figure out for sure who's going to win it. And the clue is in The Godfather. It's got to be. Because that's the way these people work. The same Zionist Jews that control Hollywood, they control the NBA, your media, your government, your money. This is their show. This is their show. Also, the NBA Finals this year falls on June 18th. When that game ends, Universal Standard Time, it will be June 19th, which is the real King James's birthday. The King, the Don, the Godfather. Couple other things I just want to mention. Nate Thurmond, who played for the Warriors and Cavs, who died 27 days after LeBron scored 27. Nate Thurmond equals 153 like Cavaliers. Nate Thurmond also equals 54 like Oracle. The Warriors play in Oracle Arena. If there's a Game 7 this year between the Warriors and Cavs, it's going to be in Oracle again. If LeBron were to beat the Warriors, he will have won 4 of the last 7 NBA Finals. All of this 47, the Beast ruling for 42 months. That encapsulates the period of the 3 championships against the Warriors. If LeBron won 2 of 3, that's kind of like 23, the number he wears. 2 also has Gematria of 23. I'll just show you. King, 23. Symbol, 23. Yesterday they were calling LeBron James a troll because he wore this t-shirt with his old high school logo, which looks like the Celtics. I'll show you this real quick. LeBron trolling. I put out a longer video on this, but again, the Boston Celtics mascot, Lucky the Leprechaun, has gematria of 89, like Fighting Irish, like King James. Last year, the Warriors lost with 89 points on the real King James's birthday. You know? Also, ESPN had this story today about how LeBron's best game was a Game 6 back when he was wearing number 6 for Miami, 6-6. Again, LeBron 66, LeBron James 66, the Don 66, King 66, number of the beast. Also before today's game, this was in the headlines. 25 years ago today, Larry Bird's career ended against the Cavs. How ironic. Again, Len Bias was selected between the Warriors and Cavs drafting, who died for the 86 finals on June 19th. Anyway, notice the significance between 25 years and Larry Bird. He was a Celtic 25. The date of that, 25 years ago, was a date with 114 numerology. I wrote about all this on my blog before the game was played. LeBron James, 114. Special number. The last time LeBron beat, look at this, the last time LeBron beat the Celtics this year, he won with 114 points, beating them by 23. You see? They also say here Bird was 35 at the time, Celtics 35, King James 35. They talk about how he had 20.2 points, 9.6 rebounds, 6.8 assists. Boston 22, basketball 22. All these numbers are coded. As I've always explained, these games are scripted to the point and the box scores are scripted with them. Everything is this managed. They have these people fake injuries, so they miss games, so they achieve certain marks on certain dates. This is how the world of pro sports is. A big rigged show with well-trained men selling out the masses. They even say that Larry in Game 7, or his last game, played 33 minutes, number 33. And he went out with the injury, that ended his career. Reminds me of Game 1, LeBron against the Spurs. He came out of Game 1 with an injury at 33 minutes. It's on this blog. You can go back and look. I got the screen capture. They have it right up on the screen. LeBron hurt 33 minutes. I'll link all these older posts, some additional information here about the NBA Finals last year, the date of it, all things I've covered in recent weeks. Let's not forget that Cavaliers connects to Holy Bible as well, in light of King James having a Bible named after him. Something else I'm watching is the death of Bill Russell. I think Bill Russell will die this year, like Nate Thurmond and Muhammad Ali died last year for the finals. Nate Thurmond dead at 74. Muhammad Ali dead at 74. I predicted in 2014 why Muhammad Ali would die at 74, who became boxing champion in 64, the last time Cleveland won a pro sports championship. But Bill Russell, a lot of things line up for this man. I think he very well might die during the time of the NBA Finals, possibly after Game 3. Very possible. I'll link this post if you want to take the time to read through all of this. A lot of information here. I put out this information hoping people will take the time to read it. I'll link all this information below, Truth Seeker. Let me see. One more thing I wanted to tell you. Hold on here. One more thing. I just remembered. This is important that we cover this. Let me get my link here. I wrote this post before the game was played about the history between the Celtics and Cavs. In the regular season, the Cavs have played won against the Celtics 78 times. We just talked about this. Cleveland 78, NBA Finals 78. Also, total games played was 236 before tonight's game. Tonight was the 237th game. A number that has a relationship with 42. 2 times 3 times 7, 42. From The Shining. Look at this. Last night, or the night prior, May 16th, the 136th day of the year, the Warriors won with 136 points, beating the Spurs by 36. Cavaliers equals 36, pointing to the Cavs winning the next one. 236 combined points in the game, just like and Cavs had played each other 236 times. And we see this all the time in the scripting. The script often points to the next related game. These are obviously two related games. The winners of these series meet in the NBA Finals. I also noticed that to LeBron's upcoming 33rd birthday is 227 days, our number connected to pi and cycles and circles. Ritualistic. Oh yes, and LeBron tonight also, by the way, scored 38 points. LeBron led all scorers with 38. Been talking about this number. A lot of deaths connected to the finals through the number 38. Finals has the gematria of 38 as well. So anyway, don't tell me pro sports aren't scripted, because I have proven it 1,000 times over. And here's just the latest. Been talking about 117 since the first week of this season, and really going back to last year. Let me see if I can find this older post. I want to show you something from last year in the playoffs when LeBron was getting flack for wearing a t-shirt with the Undertaker on it. I want to show you what time the media put out the timestamp on this picture of the Undertaker. It was 1:17, and not by coincidence. Right here. Look at this. This is from last year, June 12, 2016. They timestamped this, 1:17 p.m. He's got the Undertaker t-shirt on. These people are serious as cancer about their gematria and their encoding. Been talking about it since last year in the finals. Here we are a year later. Same redundant patterns. Until next time, true seekers.